Hey you guys, Eva Thompson here.
Hi, this is Sean.
And today we are going to be addressing something that has come up a lot, and it is mainly present in men, but some women feel this way as well. And it's feeling like the people in your partner's past have some sort of hold on you. Now, like I said, we see this a lot with men, don't we? Mm-hmm. Whether it's, I feel like my girlfriend or my wife's past partners have a hold on me, or whether it's, you know, they must think ill of my partner, or they must not value my partner, and that bothers me. We sort of see this pattern over and over again, mainly in men, and we want to talk about some of the reasons that, you know, why this may come up in our experience. So if you find yourself feeling this way, worrying about other men's opinions, or, you know, if they disrespected your partner, that might really bother you, then this video is for you.
So the number one thing is tying up your value in to what other people think. So caring about what other people think of you, your partner, your relationship. Right? You don't realize this, or you may not realize that you're giving your power away, and it's affecting your mental state, and it's affecting your relationship. And people don't deserve to take your power away, right? This is yours. It's something that is sovereign. It's yours, and you have that power within you. So giving it away by thinking these thoughts and caring about what other people think is affecting you, your mental state, and your relationship.
Yeah, for sure. And I think what we found is that people that care what other people think, so you're giving a lot of value to what other people that you don't even know might think of you or your partner. And people that often do this, we found that they're very self-critical. So if you're a perfectionist, or if you're very hard on yourself, then that's a projection that you expect other people to be that way towards you, even people that you don't even know. And like Sean said, you give such a massive amount of your power away, because you're allowing them to control your life and your relationship and your mental state by caring what they think. So that's the number one thing, is tying up your value and caring what others think.
And sometimes, even if you're not, if you come across as really confident, really outgoing, to everybody out there, you're a go-getter, you know, you're this person that people are drawn to, you might not actually see it, that you are being affected. Your self-esteem and your self-worth and everything is tied to your partner's past. And although you're confident to the outside, really deep down inside, your confidence, your self-esteem may have been affected. You may have taken a knock at some point in your life or in the relationship, and that could be affecting you. Yeah,
which brings us up onto the next point, which is fearing that they had better experiences with them than they did with you. And that makes you feel not good enough. It makes you feel maybe jealous. It's difficult sometimes to admit this, because I think people do feel that way, but it's disguised under criticism and judgment. So people maybe will fear, oh, you know, they had better experiences with that guy, for example, and therefore, you know, I'm not good enough, or I'm not special enough, or I'm not as special as, or not as good as.
And sometimes appearance as well. So some people compare themselves, like, appearance-wise, and social media is a tough thing to sort of deal with in this day and age because of that, right? People are comparing their appearance and everything to their partner's past, and to other people that aren't even in the relationship, right? Am I good enough? I don't feel good enough. Why? And it's really important to think about what you do have, right? What do you have in your relationship that is not comparable to these other experiences that are supposedly better? Because in your head, you might be telling yourself that she had better, he had better, they were better, they were younger, there were more, all of this, right? You've also aged, you've also changed, but you've got a unique experience with your partner. That's yours, that's sacred, and that is what you want to make it. If you want to step into that place of power, you can. But if you don't, and you're constantly looking back and comparing yourself to other people, you will always leave yourself feeling like you're not good enough, and those experiences will always trump the experiences that you're currently having. So you're not allowing yourself to be present.
Yeah, and you're not allowing yourself to be who you can be and live, to your full potential. And the same with your relationship. Allow your relationship to flourish and to be the best that it can be, because you have your mind in the past. And that sort of brings us on to the third reason of why we have witnessed people feel this way, and it's society telling men that the more experiences you have, the more women you have, the better you are. Someone wrote a comment, actually, and I've got it over here, on one of my videos, and it was actually a really interesting comment, and it said that to be with a woman that was once with other guys means, abstractly, not actually, that you are inferior in the dominance chain since your woman was had by someone else.
Men are taught that they are better than or enough if they have multiple experiences. Most men that I have spoken to, you've spoken to, have this expectation that they will have more experience than their partners, right? That's kind of accepted. And it doesn't matter what religion you are, what experiences you've had. A lot of people really tend to think that, well, men are just going to go out there and have more experiences, and women are going to be the ones that will be pure and keep themselves for their husband to be, or whatever it is. But that really creates an expectation and a problem when you find out that your partner has had other sexual experiences outside of the relationship. Men are also taught that they are expected to dominate women, right? Women should be submissive to men. They should be obedient to men. And there's another expression which seems to be a social norm. People don't always talk about it, but guys will talk about it sometimes by themselves. It's like, be mean, you keep him keen, right? And that's just, do you want to be in a relationship where you're just trying to dominate the person that you're with, or feeling inferior because you're thinking that they've been dominated by someone else?
I don't think a healthy, respectful relationship has anything to do with like one person dominating the other. Really. And I understand the comment that was made, and we just had a conversation with one of our clients just now regarding how things have changed a lot. Like we've gone from, years and years and years ago, the men were the hunters and the women would stay at home with the kids, with the children. Then, the man would go out to work, the man would have an opinion in politics and in society, and the woman was not allowed to vote. And now we've progressed to where we are today, where women have a lot more rights than they used to, and it comes with confusion and different opinions, and it can affect people, and it can cause a lot of, like I said, just back and forth, a lot of confusion. And it kind of goes against the that subconscious belief system that's been imprinted in all of us from a very, very early age, right? I think even up until now, most of us and most women will say, "Hey, he's just a man. He's gonna sleep around," or and that sort of thing. And then if they hear that a woman's done that, it's like she's thought of as a slut. It's not fair. Yeah, there is, I guess, a lot of double standards still. But like you mentioned, we've heard time and time again, a man will say, I remember back in college or back in high school when I heard men around, when it's just the men talking and how they can be really derogatory and disrespectful. And I feel now that they are talking about my partner, the person that I value and that I respect, and that really bothers me. So, that is also something that we hear a lot. And I wanted to, maybe this will help you, but looking at, if you value these people's opinions without even knowing them a lot of the time, really think to yourself, as an adult today, not as a teenager, as someone in their early 20s that, was around boys that just wanted to brag and boost their ego. But
it's showing off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
So, as an adult today, what sort of man do you think is sort of a respectable man? What kind of man do you want to be? Someone, do you think that a cool man or a respectable man or a good man is someone that devalues people and disrespects people and uses people or tricks people or lies to people? Or do you not think that anymore? Like, do you think that that's a good quality to have? Some people, you know, might think that way because, you know, sometimes when you're younger and you're a man, that's how people act, I think.
Well, they think that, I think guys being very young, age 16, 17 or whatever, a lot of guys are exposed to pornography. Women have been probably less so exposed, but maybe less in this day and age.
Yeah.
But it's that exposure and then this desire to go out there and have sexual experiences and then compare sexual experiences to each other. And it becomes this conversation where they're at the back of the bus, you know, talking about showing off and saying, oh, well, I did this and I did that. And then, you know, you have another guy who just doesn't view it that way and feels, well, hang on, like you said, is my partner being spoken about in this way?
Or even if you did at the time and then you grew up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You may have changed your values, your beliefs. But it's like, really, if you are, if you're really bothered by that, then surreptitiously what you're doing is you're actually saying that what these guys have said and done or whatever is more important than what your partner is currently saying now, right? You're putting value in what they say and what they believe over what you say and what you believe and what your partner says and what she believes, right?
And are these people that deserve your respect, your attention, that deserve such mental and emotional energy? Probably not.
No.
So if this is something that you struggle with, to recap, number one, maybe you are tying up your value and your relationship and your partner's and, you know, your partner and who they are to what people think. So maybe you care a lot what other people think. You might also find that you are quite self-critical, so that might be something that you can work on. The second reason is fearing that they had better experiences, that they were better than you in any way, shape or form, which again is probably not the case if your partner chose you over everyone else, and also it's hindering your potential
and ability to be in the present moment.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. And also, you know, society and men being taught that they are better than the more experiences they have, and women are less than if they have more experiences, which doesn't really logically work.
Just to finalize on that, it's important to hold on to, like we were talking about, the present moment. What is sacred and what is unique in your relationship, right? It doesn't matter what's happened in the past. Maybe it does. Maybe you've processed that and you're trying to let it go. But what is sacred, what is unique, and what is special about your relationship with your partner now that nobody can touch, that nobody can get to, that nobody can have, because it's your experience with them? What is that? And hold on to that. Focus on that.
100%. All right then, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you, and we will see you soon.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.